Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making peanut butter jumbos.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Peanut butter jumbos are a really delicious cookie. They don't have flour in them, which makes them really interesting. It's a peanut butter chocolate chip mini M&M oatmeal cookie. It's super chewy, and I'm glad you're joining me today because you won't want to miss out on this. So give me a thumbs up if you're watching with me. So our first ingredient is one stick of butter, and it's melted. And I got my big Bosch out today because this does make about 5 dozen cookies. So I got the big boy out. The other thing about this recipe is you want to make sure that you're using store brand, like a Jif or Skippy. If you use Adams or a natural peanut butter, it won't work. I don't know why, it just doesn't. So we need 1.5 cups of peanut butter. And usually I would eyeball this, but I'm actually going to measure it out.
Somebody heard that.
Oh.
Did you hear peanut butter, Bob?
I don't know however many other dogs love peanut butter, but our dog loves peanut butter. So bear with me as we get 1.5 cups of peanut butter scooped out. Okay, there's 1 cup. I'm going to use the whole thing here. I usually eyeball this, but you can see why. I think sometimes I leave more peanut butter. Oh my gosh, this is such a mess. All right, I need just a skosh more. I'm just going to clean this out. All right, killed that jar. And hang on, I am coated. Let's get this cleaned up. I'll be right back. So I've got my peanut butter in here. One thing I forgot to do is we need to preheat our ovens to 350 degrees. So let's get those ovens on. All right, so we got our peanut butter, our butter, and now we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar. We're going to grab 1 cup of white sugar. All right, so now we're going to get this creamed. I've got peanut butter everywhere today. All right. Get this scraped down a little. So now we're going to add our Glug Vanilla, which equals 1 teaspoon. And we're going to add 1 egg at a time here. The important thing, you always want to crack your eggs first into another bowl. If you get a bad egg, man, it'll ruin the whole batch. With how much prices are going up, you really want to make sure you're conserving what you have. All right, that looks good. This Bosch makes such quick work of things. So now we're going to add 4.5 cups of quick oats. Now, if you're a gluten-free person, I don't know if they make quick oats, but there is no flour in this. You don't want to use the long quick oats. It has to be quick, so we want 4.5 cups. Okay, and we're also going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. There's also no salt in these cookies, which I find very interesting, but they are so delicious. Okay, the last 2 most delicious ingredients are miniature M&Ms, and we need 1 cup of these. And then 1 cup of miniature chocolate. That's going to stay there. Peanut butter disaster. Gotta love it. The peanut butter and the chocolate, I mean, if you love that, you're gonna love these cookies. And then throw in the nod to having a chewy oatmeal cookie. I feel like I'm not really eating a cookie, almost more granola bar-y. Give it a quick buzz. And that's it, the cookie dough's done. Boy, that's gonna take. So I'm gonna dig out my paddles here. Then we're gonna get these scooped and onto cookie sheets. And then we're gonna bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes at our 350. Okay, I'm gonna clean up here. I'm gonna grab my cookie sheets and my cookie scoops, and I'll meet you back here in just a second. Okay, so I've got my area all cleaned up. I've got my stack of cookie sheets, and I always do my parchment. Got my cookie scoop, 2 tablespoons, 1 ounce cookie scoop. We're just gonna cookie scoop these. Right, so our cookies are all scooped, so we're gonna get them in the oven, 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so that was 11 minutes on these. Because I have my oven stuffed full, I don't know if you can see when I poke them, they're really wet in the middle. I'm gonna put them in for another minute. See how that goes. Let's go 2. All right, let's check these out. Oh, those look really good now. They're brown. They're still a little wet, but they're gonna set on the cookie sheets and continue cooking here for a second. Go sit down.
Back up. Mom's gonna open the oven. Back up.
Back up.
Back up. Don't get burnt. Mom's gonna open the oven. Back up. Good
Back
boy.
up. There you go. He's like,
get burnt.
but
Don't
I
get
smell
burnt."
peanut butter. Okay, so we've got all of our cookies out of the oven. We're gonna set them, let them set till they set up a little, and then I'm gonna pull them off all the parchment because you want them, if you move them now, they're gonna just squish. See how they're really squishy? So we're gonna let them set for just a second, and then I'll take them off, and then we'll be back. All right, so the cookies have cooled for just a second, and I'm gonna pull them off the parchment and let them really cool here. Get back on there. Thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen today as we learned how to make peanut butter jumbos. They're one of my top 10 cookies that I like. I don't really have favorites. I probably just have a top 10 cookie, but we should probably eat one just because they're so hot though still. So good. I love the oatmeal, and the peanut butter with a little sprinkle of chocolate in there is so good. Thanks again for joining me. I hope all is well with you guys. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the bell on for notifications of my next episodes coming. And you guys have a great day. Okay, here we go. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah.
How can you've done this 50 times. How can you forget your
I
line?
just do. I can't say what this is our favorite cookie.
As you know, I only share my favorite cookies. So here's another of my favorite cookies.
You can't have these to have sugar in them. Do you need your own cookie? we can do a cookie. Come here, sit. There you go.
Billy-I-O. Gonna taste good, I know.
Since it's a whopping 16 degrees today, we're gonna use some of this heat to heat my house.